welcome back to stream. I'm gonna see if this fixed anything. I'm gonna say things into the mic and see if I hear it over here. Okay, it looks like it's working. Okay, good. I'm gonna keep stream up on my side so I can actually see if it keeps up with me. It looks like we should be okay. God, it's using so much computer right now and I don't know what's happening. But I guess I'll see. I have to change chat back on. Okay. I hear my computer already whirring again. I'm gonna start drawing and then see if it actually fixes anything. If it starts doing stuff again, I'm just gonna... Oh boy, I'm gonna try to figure it out. I'd love to figure it out first. I really hate fucking messing with technical stuff because I never know what I'm doing. I mostly just blindly like fucking just blindly hitting options until I find one that actually works. And I don't know what I do when I'm not streaming that makes things just change in the background. I don't... Maybe I'm downloading weird stuff? I don't know. Usually I'm just downloading, like, references for pictures and... yeah, whatever. It's fine. I think we're fine. What goes over there? That's like the shelf. Okay. This shelf, it's like right here. There's like, okay, it's like a small shelf and a big shelf. Okay. Okay. In today's news, we finally got a Pro controller I ordered forever ago finally came. And oh my god, I've never been so happy to not have drift. I could actually do pads in Animal Crossing. It was so nice. I think later I'm gonna play Xenoblade 2 again, so I could actually feel that without all the fucking nuts that were happening then. I'm just gonna move this fucking register over here so it's out of the way. Technically, I feel like I should move it down onto like a place down here, but like, it technically doesn't take up that much space, it's just a little teeny thing. Which is not how a register really looks. It's how it looks like in my brain when I see a register that's like newfangled. I'm like, how can I make this small and easy to use in my head? And that's what happened. So if you're wondering why register does not look like a register in real life, it doesn't. Based off the register in my mind's eye, which is not accurate ever. Sometimes I get things right. Sometimes. It's not accurate. So I'm just trying to get by. Trying to end this goddamn hiatus. Oh my god, why is it so hot in this room? It's so bad. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking melt. If the virus doesn't get to me first, it'll be the heat of Texas itself. I am staying safe and indoors though, so I'll probably just melt. It'll be like, where did Garrett go? Oh no, he died from summer heat. You think, oh, he's been living in Texas for a few years, surely he should be used to it. No. Are you kidding me? The reason air conditioners exist. Texans cannot live in this heat without fucking dying. If we didn't have air conditioners, I'm pretty sure we would all just like melt in the summer. They're like, how many pictures were there? I did 2. And 3, I guess. Is it just those 2? Oh, there's another one. Okay. Just the 3, I guess. That's weird. You know what? I'm gonna... space them out a little so they're like weirdly spaced. And you're like, what's happening here? Don't question my genius. I'm an artistic genius. I know what I'm doing at all times. And the glasses and stuff. Okay. I need to just actually start fucking looking at these backgrounds for real, because I think I'm extending these a little long than they usually are. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Picture here. And you're here, technically. God, I want to do Stardew Valley with friends on stream at some point. I need to just, like, do it. I think I'm making this super tall. Technically, it's not even that much taller than she is. She comes up to about where the picture's things are, so I should probably take this all and squeeze it down. Squeeze it down. Oh, as much as I can. Oh, I watched Onward last night, which was like the latest Pixar movie. It's so good, actually. If you get a chance to watch Onward, you should. With the like amount of fucking like, it's like fantasy stuff in the modern world. And like the premise is that magic has died out. And so like all the fantasy characters are like just modern iterations and have cars and cell phones and stuff. And then they kind of bring magic back and stuff. It's really good. Well, they bring magic back in like a weird way, but it's part of the story. I'm not going to explain the story beyond these 2 brothers played by Tom Holland and Chris Pratt go on an epic journey to find a certain stone to bring their dad back to meet him and stuff. And I fucking love the older brother. He is such like, he's a huge D&D nerd and gives me heavy like vibes of that's what I want to be. That's who I am right now as an adult. There's so much like just fantasy, like folklore references, and then there's a ton of like just references to D&D stuff itself. It's all so good. It's so good. It's so good. And yes, because it's Pixar, it made me cry. But it's so good. I'll put like a plate up here. I actually don't know what I put up there last time. I can't see the shells beyond her face. And you can't see them from this angle, so... the plate now. We'll have Frankenstein on it Frankenstein's wife. So you know, like those like character cut things. It's like that. I made it connect over here. Does it connect on the first page? No, that's interesting. I guess I just changed that just so it goes all the way down. There's more stuff behind her somewhere. Those things, back to like trays over here. I feel like there should be like a coffee maker right here because I don't think I made one last time I was drawing this. We'll pretend that's a coffee maker. It almost looks like a Keurig. Almost. Good enough, I guess. I don't drink coffee, but I use the Keurig for like hot chocolate stuff, so. Trying to fill in details is like the hardest part of drawing a comic. A few moments later. This scene. I added a bunch of like Dragon Quest and Persona songs into this playlist, but when I reshuffled it, like re-added the playlist, the OG playlist, it like fucking was like, what? Do I listen to Zelda for the next 5 hours? Okay, I was like, well, like, oh, there goes that. I could take a look and see if one of the ones I added comes in a bit, but looks like I'm not seeing it. And nope, still not on the list. God, how far back did they get shoved? Because when you added the playlist to Nightbot, it like auto shuffles it, which is very nice, by the way, because the original playlist is just like clumps from game music. You've got like, it's like, here's a whole section that's just Pokemon, because I was looking at Pokemon songs to put in here. And then here's a whole section of Persona. Here's the entire Rhythm Heaven section. It's really funny, actually. Back to drawing Martha like an actual human being. God, sometimes when I draw her nose, it just does not look right. And I'm like, hold on. I've had times where I try to draw, like, if I haven't drawn stuff in, like, forever. There was one time I hadn't drawn any Crossing the Threshold stuff in, like, ages. And I ended up giving Martha a small nose, and I was like, something looks really off here, and I don't know what it is. Oh, it's the nose! It's supposed to have a huge nose. Because it looks so good on her. That feel when you're on your phone and it's bigger than your whole hand. I know from experience. My hands are so fucking small, dude. I can't do like it. I have to look up references for how people hold their phones normally sometimes, because I'm like, the way I do it, I have to hold it with my whole ass palm and then stuff. Yeah, actually, how I hold it is like this. This is how I hold my phone. See this? And then like 3 of my fingers go like this, spread out over it. And then my pinky always rests right here. And then I use my hand to do things. My thumb to do things. But really, most of the time, the thumb rests like on the side here. And then my other hand does things. This is how I live. My hands are so small compared to how huge my phone usually is. That's how I hold my phone. It's fucking weird. And this hand looks really weird because of the way I've drawn it for like showing off how I do things. This looks like this. I usually hold with my right hand. Actually, it's less spread out than that. Hold on. I'm holding my phone for reference now. It's like I have this huge long phone. I've totally derailed off of actually drawing the comic at the moment to show this off. But this is a big old long phone, and then I got one thumb down here right now. My thumb's here. I can feel a finger here. There's another one like just like here, and then, well, it's more spread out than that, but you know what I mean. And the pinky's just sticking out under here right now. Self-portrait, my hand, as it is at this moment. And this looks so messy. I'm trying to show off what the fingers look like behind at the same time. I've dropped my thing. But you get the gist, right? Like, the pinky is the stabilizer. The thing really holding up the whole thing. That looks terrible. Alright, I'm gonna delete this. You get the idea. Hopefully. When I draw other characters holding phones, it's a little less weird, because I actually know how you're kind of supposed to hold them, but you know, it's fine, I guess. I really want to see what the seasons changing feels like in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I heard Ichi got 5-star Island today. I'm so proud. Blech. I'm so proud. I got 3 stars kind of on accident, to be honest. For like the KK slider thing. I don't know if you need 3 stars for KK slider specifically. I think you did, yeah. I think the reason I don't remember is because I got 3 stars unintentionally. Because I'm already like trying to plan out where I want places, and I'm putting already a ton of fences down. And I've already maxed out where all my villagers, because Ray counts as a villager, so... I'm gonna be so sad if someone at the campsite ends up being someone I want, and I'm gonna have to kick out one of my really good villagers because they're all so solid. There's not a single one I want to get rid of right now. They keep the thing where if you befriend them and do enough stuff for them, where you get their picture, then I might let them leave after I get their pictures and kind of send them off with like a sad, tearful goodbye. I'm trying to do that in New Leaf. Because Flurry wants to move out, and I already have her picture, but I can't move her to, I can't move her back to Ray's place because she came from Ray's Island. And like, Jay has Flurry, I think. I don't know, but a lot of other people already have Flurry in New Leaf, so it's kind of hard for me to be like, alright, who wants to take Flurry? Because everyone's like, I would love to, but I already have her, or I've already had her before. I don't think once they move out, they can't move back in. I haven't... At least that was true for old games. I'm pretty sure it's still true for New Leaf. I don't know if it's true for Horizons. The last camper in Horizons that visited me was Ozzy, that's what his name was. No one knows the troubles I've seen. I love that the thumbnail sketches have like a lot more emotion in them, to be honest. Because it's just like eyes like this. And then as soon as I put the detail on, sometimes it gets lost in translation. But I think that's just how it goes, to be honest. A lot of times initial sketches look better than like finished products because of that. Because like you kind of start trying to put right details in, and then like the initial emotion kind of gets lost and you're like, ah, dang it. I think I still got it though. The initial of like, eh. No neck, suddenly a neck. I just realized that. Hopefully you guys saw the on my tweet, or I did the I made outfits based on the characters in the comic right now. When Jacob gets introduced, I'll give him a shirt, and when Becca gets introduced, I'll give her a thing. I don't know what I'm gonna give for Vita though, because she comes up pretty fast, and I don't have anything based off her really that isn't like super spoilery in the outfit department. Because she's like a monster, so it's kind of hard to make anything. Ooh, I did make actually a thing based off Dot Hack, which is Maha, who's like the seventh phase. No one will know what that means. Maybe someone. God, I really want to play Dot Hack for a stream. I think I will. Just at some point. It's a long series of games, and they all bleed into each other, like to the point where you kind of want to play them all in a row. But there's enough like leeway. I think I could just get away with playing one, buffering with another game, and then playing the next one, like I'm doing with Ace Attorney. So they are like directly linked to each other though. So and there's 4 games in the series, like the main series, anyways. There's a ton of games actually in the whole series, but in like the original quadrilogy, there's only like 4, so that's why it's a quadrilogy. Good job, me. I know my math. I know my numbers. I know my words. I think I did figure out what game I'm gonna play between the Ace Attorney games. It's another DS game. It's Pokemon Ranger. I'm playing Pokemon Ranger between the Ace Attorney games. Oh god, my fan's making noises. Shut up. Shut up. Alright. I'm replaying Ranger on my own right now because I want to get a feel for it. It is a DS game, but it's like entirely touch based. Like you can use the D-pad and stuff to like, move around and stuff, but the actual gameplay is touchscreen based. So my plan is to use my tablet like this and loop around the Pokemon like this. Hurrah! This is gonna be good. I love Vicky's mom so much. She's so soft and great, and I love her. I'm gonna draw the full eye open first and then give her the look. I finally gotten used to make like stretching lips the correct way, because for a while Vicky just looked weird, and when I would try to draw certain like mouth shapes, same with other characters, but like specifically these two, because you know. She's just a nice old lady and I love her. Old? Who are you calling old? I mean... it all switches this way. That's right. Because it all comes into this thing. As someone who is super duper white, I'm trying my goddamn hardest to make drawing like any other like POC person as like to the best of my ability. My only real problem is I don't have like the right I don't have the experience of like having this kind of hair or these kind of features at all, you know, so it's very much like I'd have to just like learn. And I'm okay to learning. I love learning, you know, it's fine. I can do it. God damn, it's so hard to draw sometimes. That's why I like simplify features sometimes so it's easier. I do it to any like doesn't matter what race I'm drawing. Everything gets simplified at some point. Like, you know. I'm sitting here like, does this sound racist? I'm so worried. It's not. It's just artist problems, to be honest. Everyone has problems drawing some features. Like, some people are bad at drawing hands. Some people are bad at drawing, like, this kind of curly hair that most, like, black people have. And, like, pretty much, there's a whole bunch of people who do that, have this kind of curly, tightly wound hair. Tight curls. Like Jay, for instance, has that, but Jay's like white as fuck, so, you know. God, Jay's hair is wild. It's so fucking wild. What are you holding, by the way? What is she holding? What am I making her hold right now? I think, actually, better idea. Make her hold like, a shaker of some kind. She's essentially getting a drink ready for Martha. I think it's coffee. I'm gonna assume it's coffee. But, you know, that's... I don't drink coffee. My characters do. Let's see. Another news. Ray got their own Switch early. They were getting it for Christmas, for their birthday, which is in May. But because of what's happening, they ended up getting it earlier. I was about to say mom at the same time because Bob bought it for them. That's why I'm fucking up pronouns right now. Thinking of mom and Ray at the same time. God damn it. But yeah, it's... I've already played a few bits of doing like wild area, like Dynamax things with them in Sword and Shield. Something is just off. God damn. It's honestly, it's the hand. Oh, this is a good song. I was like, this sounds familiar. Is this Stall? I think it is. It's the good one. The one I, like, unironically like a lot now for some goddamn reason, and I don't know why. I think it's just the combination of the snazzy bass with this wacky, like, flute sound. Flute? It's like a recorder, I think. But, you know... I love it so much. There's more stuff stored in down here. I like the version that's this guy made. That's basically like a rap version of remix of this, where it's just flat. It's so funny. I'm trying to get the shape down for, like, you know those like classic diner shakers that people have, that they have. Every time I draw it, just looks weird. That's about as good as I'm getting, I think. It's honestly the bump at the top. It's making me think baby bottle, but like, that's not what's in here. It's salt. Fill your baby's bottle full of salt. Delicious. My favorite. I need to check Animal Crossing later today. I haven't done it yet. I mostly played Shield because that's the game I have. Shield. Mistake is finally strong enough to try to take on the battle tower, and he destroys it because Dracovish is a monster. I named my Dracovish Mistake, yes, but it's spelled funny. In the similar vein of how Tom Fox named his Arctozolt Help Me, I've named all the fossil Pokemon various names of, like, one is named let's see, we have Mistake, there's Blunbur because he's the Arctozolt. Another one is, oh man, there's different synonyms for Mistake essentially. Hold on. What did I name the other two? Oh, one's Abby Normal. And the other one is, I can't remember. I feel terrible. It's because I never used that one, I think. Which is sad, because Blunber is actually the lowest level one out of all of them. But I think I'm remembering that one because it's in my team right now, because I'm training him. What the fuck did I name the other one? Abby Normal, Mistake, Blunber. Oh, Air Roar. That's what it was. Because it's the other one, the Electric and Dragon. Air Roar. I love it. I shouldn't be singing along because it's actually super off. But like, damn, man, I'm just in the mood. Once again, the head is huge. Shrink that goddamn bad boy just a little bit. Not too much. I think also the problem is this is flat. Flatter than I usually have it. Alright, let's get chubby cheeks. That's a mouth. I've never drawn that mouth shape before. I never climbed a fence that high before, and then I woke up at home. Stream looks like it's fine. It's been fine for a while, and I see it looking okay. Every now and then I glance down, I'm like, are we still good? And it's like, yes. Either I draw hands too big or I draw them too small, and I can't get a read on what the best way to do it is. It's a bit pause. She got pause now. Every now and then I think about the fun details I've put in for my characters that haven't really been like touched on at all. with any character in the actual series, because we're not even that far into the story. And it's things like Marx is technically bi, Vicky's technically a lesbian, you know, things like that. Mostly just like LGBT stuff. Jacob is absolutely 100% trans. Jacob's trans experience is basically just pulling from my own, so. The only part of Jacob that I can't pull from is the fact that he's like Asian American, so. Gonna have to look up some stuff for that if we ever go delve into his personal life. Pretty much most of the characters, this is a few characters are pretty mixed, for being honest. Like, diversity-wise. Like, Marta's technically mixed. And that's easily, like, you can tell that's the legit actual canon is that. Because in, like, the first, like, the second page, I think, it shows her mom and her dad and her grandma in, like, a flashback sequence, and you can tell. She gets her power from her grandma in the future, which is the one that gives her the castle. Oh, I see what's going on here. That's what's weirding me out. Because this needs to be like, this line over here is actually 2 lines, I'm gonna say, because it's the edge of the bar. This can be 1 line because it goes that way, but I love this mouth shape I've given given her. Oh, did Vicky's mom have a name? I keep writing her out as Vicky's mom every time. I swear she did. Somewhere. I might have been in the pages somewhere. BB. Yeah, she never actually said her name. That's funny. Okay. Well, if it ever comes up, I guess I'll have to be like, well, yeah, this the whole time. To be fair, when I go to my friends' places and I meet their like parents for the first time, I don't really learn their parents' name until like 1,000 visits in. And even then, it's kind of like a, oh yeah, that is their name kind of situation. So this is very much me right now, where I'm like, oh yeah, I don't actually know the mom's name, but you know what? That's fine. Hee hee ho ho hoo hoo. Guess my arrival distracted her, huh? Yep. Yeah. My poor stream got like interrupted, but it's fine now. So technically, the last one went on for like almost 30 minutes. So I think we're about at an hour. Even though technically this specific stream has been going on for 30 minutes, so I'll go on for another hour, I think. As long as I can last. I totally did not put a split here. Whoops. Whoops. God damn it. God fucking damn it. No, that's fine. I can fix this. I just have to make my own, I guess. I mean, they're gonna be a little off compared, but it's fine. Okay, let's move one of these closer to the other one. A smidge. Alright, we're good. The only difference between these lines and those ones is the little teeny itty bitty bits in between here that are like technically it's not as smooth as the actual bits, which I'm fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Who's looking at my comic that close? If you zoom into this to read any of my comic, then I'm sorry, but something's off here. I pop my wrist into the microphone. God, it's so hot in here. Why'd it get like 50 degrees hotter? It's not actually that weird. It's like a few degrees warmer than usual. I mean, I know the obvious answer is it's getting warmer in general. And when that happens, my room gets really bad. I was talking about Pokemon Ranger earlier, which is a really solid game series in general. Everyone should play Ranger at least once, I feel like. You don't have to, but it's so good. If you're looking for like weird Pokemon spin-off games, or just Pokemon spin-off games that are really good, Ranger series is really good. Guardian Signs, which is the third one, it was just okay to me. I don't remember why it was just okay to me, and I feel like I have to play it again to really remember why. I might play through that series on the channel at some point. Definitely I just want to do the first one, because that one's the most brutal in terms of how forgiving it is. It's not forgiving. Literally the final, like, area of the game when you really have to fucking do shit in terms of like being able to capture Pokemon successfully, and then they start getting into the numbers of like you have to do 30 loops around this one in a row and not, you know, die. Because if that Pokemon that you're trying to capture hits your line with a move, you lose health. If they run into the loop, you breaks it. If things, just a ton of shit like that. So fucking annoying. God, Entei was the worst part. And he's like the final boss. Entei and like all those guys, really, the whole trio of the dogs. What's cool though is that in Shadows of Almia, which is the next one, they actually put fucking health on like a health bar, so you can do little loops at a time. I don't remember if the health bar regenerates after a while, but you know. Ranger's such a good game though. And I'm pretty sure the guy from the first one that I'm playing, Spencer, was the same guy in the Manaphy movie. Because he looks like him, and I'm like 99% sure it's him. I might have to figure out how to make it so you know who's talking. Because, like... Hmm. Every time I draw hands, the first finger is always the longest, and that's not even true. The middle finger is a long finger. What am I doing? This little thumb looks weird. Hold on. Manaphy movie is actually one of my favorite ones. Nothing will ever top my top favorite Pokemon movie of all time, which is Rise of Darkrai. Pretty much all of the Gen 4 movies are so fucking good. I was also replaying Pokepark, which is a game I want to play on stream when I actually get a capture card. Pokepark is kind of a long game. Specifically, I was playing 2, which is longer. It's very much baby games. If you want to know which Pokemon game is truly a baby game, Pokepark is up there. Until you get to far enough into the game where it stops feeling like a baby game, it starts feeling more like fucking Kirby. It's just, you're basically just making friends. I'm doing this weird, and I realize why. But yeah, Pokepark is just all about you're a Pikachu, and you and your friends fall into a hole that leads into Pokepark itself. And then you gotta find all your friends because they're separated from you. And also Mew is the one I think who pushes you in, and it's like, hey, check this out. Okay, he doesn't actually push you in. Really, he leads you to the hole and you all jump in, but you know. I like it better if you're like, he pushes you in and tells you to go find his stupid stones he lost by playing mini games and making best friends with everyone. I just think it's funny that the way you in the game, like, to befriend Pokemon, there's a ton of different things you can do. Like, there's some have specific things, like Munchlax, you bring him like a huge berry and you befriend him. Things like, but most of them are like, play chase, where you have to chase them down and tackle them. Another one is battles, where you have moves and you battle them. And another one's like, there's a few Pokemon that have quizzes, where they just ask you questions about the area, about Pokemon in general, blah blah blah. I have to insert time here. So I need to look up what the time is in the game. That's what my phone looks like. Whoa, where am I? But yeah, Pokepark's fun. 2 is my favorite versus 1 because one's good. It's a little slow in places. Whereas 2 lets you use 4 different Pokemon instead of just Pikachu, so you have a little more. You can actually do like type advantage stuff instead of just being like, well, it's a ground type. Fuck me, I guess. It's Unova based, so I think it's up there as like really good, to be honest. Because Unova's solid, man. It's just a little infuriating sometimes when you play Unova and you're like, well, oh, god damn it, I can't go over here yet. And a lot of the Unova Pokemon are just kind of okay in some regards, and some of them are really good in other regards. But basically, not only do you get to play as Pikachu, you get to play as any of the Unova starters. Well, you have to unlock them first. You have to go to their areas and then do like little story things and during their little stories, they join you, and then you can use them. And like, I only ever play as Snivy because Snivy's the fastest. And you want to be moving fast in that game, because after a while, running back and forth between places takes like fucking forever. I don't know what to do with this hand. What do I do with the other hand? So I don't even know what I did with the other hand in the sketch, so like... Okay, I don't know. And then like the actual text is there. And then the aw honey. And then more text. Do, 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 do. That won't show it. Nope, neither of those. This does. I actually drew based off what my hand looked like while holding something for this hand. That's how it goes, baby. We're just filling this place with tons of text. That's all this area is the dialogue zone. Welcome to the dialogue zone. Oh shit, now it's a boss fight. They're too far away from the actual like body to draw the body at all, so I don't know. She is leaning forward, but I'm gonna say no, just so I could just draw the hands. Alright. This is kind of a disappointing stream for me. I don't think I have anyone watching besides myself. And that's the saddest part. Yeah, just me. How sad. I forgot to announce that we're good again. Oh well. Ah boy. Let's see. Let me put down where the actual like text bubbles are. I always hate the bubble parts. It feels like I can't ever like fit all the text right in the actual comic. So I think after a bit I'm gonna change the style just a little bit so it's not like so it's not like this with like the white in the middle. Oh, okay, yeah. Like that, essentially. And it's more like, loosey-goosey bubbles like this. God damn it, not again. I hate doing this to myself. With like a tail that still does this, but it's a little more like this. Basically lineless bubbles is what I want to go for at some point, which would fit really well for later characters. I also noticed in most comics, people write text. The text is like in all caps technically, but it's small enough that it doesn't look like it. Do, 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 do. I need a smaller pen for this. We're getting into the details, boys. That's straight. Am I straight? No, I'm not. I scared myself. I thought I was straight for 5 seconds. Oh no. Nothing I draw is ever straight. Wahaha. There's one cis het in this entire comic. Okay, maybe there's a couple. But you know what I mean. Like Becca's 100% lesbian. Lesbian. Jacob is just a trans gay, and that's because that's me. And I can 100% pull from my own like experience as a trans gay myself. Trans gay man. Oh. I think what I just need to do is lower this one. Because it's like flat. I can't wait to play Ocarina of Time again, which is gonna be Friday. For sure. I'm gonna aim real hard to stream at like 2 again, because the only way I can make that work is if I actually get up in the morning. Which I used to, and then I started sleeping in, started staying up extra late. So, if I can fix that, it'll be good. I'm gonna work on this until I get like to a point where I just need to stop streaming. Which is like a terrible idea, but you know, I'm like, I need to draw this. If I don't, then I'll never do it. Ah, fuck. Put that back. But that looks real funny on stream, because it's just like the navigator just disappears. I'm like, ah, no, where'd it go? I miss Miiverse. I'm so sad that Miiverse doesn't exist anymore. Bring it back. We've kind of just replaced Miiverse with just like social media in general, apparently. Because there's no like Nintendo-based social media right now. And all like screenshots and stuff just go to Twitter. Or like wherever you want to post them, but mostly Twitter. And that's the whole reason I have a Twitter, just for my screenshots, because I don't want to lose them in case I want to save them on my phone. But also I don't want to clutter my main with all my screenshots. What's funny is that it was originally just for me to sit there and post videos of like stuff from Fire Emblem Warriors. Once you had the ability to do that, it was just right past the beginning of the Gart's Watch Twitter is just full of images of Takumi. It's so funny. It's the mood. That's why my profile picture is still Takumi on that one. And I refuse to change that because I don't use that account enough to actually like warrant changing the icon to anything related. Like, I could change it to something Animal Crossing related, but why would I when Takumi with Shades is perfectly viable? I think when I'm done here, I'm gonna go back to watching Persona 4 probably. I started rewatching Naka Talili's old playthrough of Persona 4. It's technically Elemental Ogre's playthrough, it's just on Naka's channel. But they're both there and they both contribute a bunch to the actual LP, so more of a co-op than anything. Even though at the beginning of the first episode, he's like, "This is actually Ogre's project," and I'm like, "Okay." And then you watch the first like few bits of it. You watch the first while of it, and you're like, "Okay, well they're both involved." To be honest, Naka's there mostly for guidance because he has like the walkthrough open. Well, not really the walkthrough. It's just like their guide they're using for max social links, and also the best. Just like one of those guides, you know? The best way to max out everything. I'm technically using a guide for my second playthrough of Persona 5. But mostly just as like a, here, this is what I could do today. For which social link to hang out with. Or confidant, I guess, technically, but you know. Whatever. Yes, I did restart with New Game Plus. And yes, I did dodge the fucking chalk that the teacher throws at you at the beginning. Getting hit with that's so funny, but it's so satisfying to actually dodge it. You're like, yes, I'm strong enough to dodge. And also having maxed out social stats is going to make unlocking social links so fast. So early. This does connect. I remember walking into Kakariko Village the first time in Breath of the Wild. It was such like a... I had to stop and stare at all the graphics. I was like, this is so pretty. Holy shit. Everything looks so good, and you're walking in on a horse that... technically didn't even own because I didn't actually go to the stable and get a right saddle for it and anything. That was before I knew you could do that, I think. Which is, I think what happened was they were like, you can get a horse. And I was like, I can get a horse? And I went and got one and just left. Just left. Just gone. And it wasn't until like my next horse, I think, where I learned from the stable hand you could. And I was like, oh! And then I did that. So. I could get a horse? Later, losers, I'm getting a horse. So funny. My entire first time of playing through any open world RPG is always kind of funny to rewatch and revisit in my head, kind of thing, because like you could really see just the ADHD. It's so funny. Like my first play, like the Hero's Path in Breath of the Wild, I'd like barely follow the actual roads. I get so distracted by everything. And it's amazing. I love games like that. If you can like give me a ton of things to do in a game, I'll never be bored. Oh, that's why I really like open world, but sometimes I also really hate open world because it's like if it's too open world and like there's not enough stuff to do in between places, then it's not a very good open world in my opinion, because then it's like just follow the road. Which is why Breath of the Wild is so good, is because there's like enemies and treasures and Korok seeds and just like cool places to see. It's all everything. So good. So good. Breath of the Wild's the best Zelda game. I'll never shut up about that. The best Zelda game of all time, Breath of the Wild. My top favorite Zelda games is a different question entirely. Top favorite Zelda games are like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are tied and like high up there because I have fond memories of both and they were both like GameCube games I played a lot of. Well, we had Twilight Princess as GameCube for a little bit, but I think when we got that one it was then very quickly replaced with the Wii version. Deltarune music, hell yeah. Because that's, I think, yeah, by the time we got Twilight Princess, the Wii had just like, we just got our Wii at some point, so we just got the Wii version of it. I don't think you could see this, can you? Link Between Worlds was really good. I played the shit out of that one. And trying to beat up Yuga, and Ganon on a lesser note, was really hard because I was trying to do it in the middle of school. It was like lunchtime and I'm sitting there desperately fighting Yuga. On the floor in front of the band hall, like, oh god. They won't die. And coming to the realization that Yuga's actually a boy, and you're like, what? No. Are you kidding me? Look at this guy. I almost wished Yuga was actually a confirmed woman. It would have been great. Not like it matters, because, like, whatever, but you know. I just thought it was an evil lady for so long, and then someone uses like he, him on him, and I was like, huh? Huh? What? Huh? Hello? No, wait, what? Hello? They're so like ambiguous gender that you just don't know what they're gonna say until they say it, and you're like, oh, okay. I do that with anime a lot, actually. Where there's like characters that are like, it's usually boy characters that are very hard to say. You're like, I don't know if you're a boy. Because their voice sounds very ambiguous. They look pretty much like they could be either or. Like they could be a boy, like a really soft boy, or maybe it's just a tomboyish girl. You can't tell because of the way they act. Like, okay, well, I'll wait until someone gives them a pronoun and then I'll ask, oh, okay, I got it. Let me get this bitch's pronouns before I cuss their ass out. Anime's really bad about it though, like, leaving you questioning for a while if this character's a boy or girl. For fun, did you know? I had no idea what gender Kurapika was in Hunter x Hunter for the longest time. I thought it was a girl. Turns out he's a boy. I thought Kurapika was a girl. And I was like, oh cool, I can vibe with this. And then I think Ray or one of the twins or something told me it was that Kurapika was a boy, and I was like, huh, what? Oh, okay. See how I speak? Hits me every time, god damn it. Gotten once again by the anime fool. You watch anime? Haha. I mean, my favorite out of Hunter x Hunter is still Leorio. From Leorio for Avon Main. I need to watch more Hunter x Hunter because I am not even that far into the actual show. I got like decently far? Not really, no. Well, I'm lying to you, I'm not that far in Hunter x Hunter at all. I'm at the part where they're like locked in to like this, what words? Come on. It's like the trial things. They're stuck and they have to. Gon was holding a candle. That probably dings a lot of points for people. One of them tried to kill another guy and he played dead, and he sat there and then they were like, oh, I'll just push him off then. And oh, I think it was what's his name? It's Ray's favorite character. Whatever. That might be Kurapika actually. Hold on. I think I'm lost. Who am I talking about again? No, it's not. Fuck. Essentially, that whole thing's happening. And the guy's like, oh, I'm not dead. I'm like, aha! Forgot which one I actually left off on specifically. Me describing Hunter x Hunter is like a new thing now. It's just, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. Some dumbass talks about anime and he's in the middle of watching has no idea what he's talking about. Also, I forgot, in back to Persona 4 again, the Persona 4 playthrough I'm watching, they make a lot of JoJo jokes. Like Stan Sona. It's really funny. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this. All like the hi, I'm Daisy jokes that they're like sitting there like, we'll try to refrain from making too many of these, but like when you see the opportunity, you just gotta go. Stick your hand in the TV, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. God, I want to play a Persona game on stream at some point, like for reals. For real? Yes, for real. I don't know if I have to look into see if I can get one to work. In the future, if I get a capture card, I definitely want to play Persona 3. 3? 5. I would love to play Persona 3, but I maybe I'll do them out of order. Not like it matters, they're not really in order, to be honest. You can go in any order you want. It's just like, if you want to see like how the like series grew, it's fun to do it in order. But story-wise, you don't have to do them in order. Let's see. Stan Sona. There's a lot. There's a lot of that. They are JoJo fans first. That's so good. I mean, to be fair, Naka ends every video with the "to be continued" arrow from JoJo, so like, I mean, he's the guy who started by me being a fan of JoJo. First it was the arrows, and I was like, I wonder what, I guess that's just his thing he does. Then I watched his playthrough of the, like, the first JoJo, the mask one. I watched the gameplay for that one. I got, like, deep into JoJo after that. Specifically just the stone mask part, because that's my favorite, is JoJo 1. The first part's my favorite part, but only because of Naka and Ogre. And them explaining the story and fun facts about the story, and the whole game was in Japanese, but they were explaining what was happening because they had the manga right next to them. It was really good. These are huge. I look back at what the fuck I'm drawing and I see this. What is this nonsense? You know, I might shrink this whole thing down. TBH. Not like it matters, it's just background elements, but you know. I got so deep into talking about Persona and Nakatsulili. It would be cool if I could talk to Naka a lot. But I'm fine where I'm at, just being a casual fan, watching his stuff every now and then. I need to watch through his Pokemon Shield playthrough. I think he's playing Shield, right? Should be. That's what I remember seeing on the thing. Because everyone else I know was playing Sword. So I don't know. Oh, that's what looks weird about this. It's not straight. Just like me, I'm not straight. Dumb jokes. Haha, jokes. We have them. I drew all that in one layer. Oops. I don't think there was anything interesting I said in the beginning of the stream, so if there's nothing in those like first 30 minutes, I might just forego that and just make the VOD this recording. But I mean, who knows? It's probably smarter that I actually stitch them together, so the VOD doesn't just start out with the technical difficulty side. I'll combine these real fast. Damn, that's the best line I've made all day. There you go. A little better. Yeah, fuck. No, I can't draw straight lines anymore. Alright, fine. I'll do the fucking god. Do it for you. Oh man, next time we play Ocarina of Time, we gotta do the, well, actually, I really want Nell Drummond for that one. I need to show Nell my childhood fear in that game. If you've played Ocarina of Time, you know what I'm talking about. The fun thing is that Nell doesn't know what I'm talking about. What? Ding dong. Who the fuck is at the door? Who the fuck? Oh great, now Banny's barking nonstop. Great, fantastic, I love it. Oh right, the doors were gonna have like, for the bathroom doors it was like, Frankenstein and then Frankenstein's wife. Frankenstein's bride. I'll put like it says like male of it. But basically, that almost looks like it says MILF. I did not mean for that to happen. Alright, I think dinner's ready essentially with all that is happening. I assume we have takeout because of what's happened, like the doorbell and everything. I'm gonna do this line and then I'm going to, well, if I do it right. There it is. Alright. I think I should just end stream now. I can go eat. It was a solid stream, I guess. It's about average, I think, if I add the other like 30 minutes. Or it was like 20 something minutes to be honest, but kind of a short stream, but that's okay. I got a lot done on this page. I'm actually proud of it. I'm so sorry none of my friends got to watch this, but they can watch the VOD and hear me talk about Nakatsalili once again for 50 hours. For a whole like 30 minutes, nothing but me sitting here gushing about my favorite YouTuber. Well, one of my favorites. I can't say I have a top favorite YouTuber. It's just like, he's up there because he's like, you know, it's where a lot of my obsessions came from, was him. I'm sad there was nothing in chat. Oh well. I should make chat smaller on the side. Maybe I'll mess with the overlay at some point and make it so you can see more of the art. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But yeah, stream's over now. Sorry. It was kind of a shortish stream. Usually I go from like 5:30 onward to like 8-ish, and it's about average of like 2 hours-ish. So it's about the same amount of time, except this was a weird spot to put my stream. But you know what? That's fine. I gotta go eat. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. If you watch this VOD in the future, thank you. And goodbye for that.